And it is just a high ground gateway so far here from Probe.
Yeah,
But
it
you
could be
can
the
put a forge
parting
behind
build,
this.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Does go down there. So that's going to be interesting to see how exactly does this play kind of go through on that next step. You know, normally this is made to look like just a very normal build, but... Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is the parting special. This is such a disgusting build. So he's sending another probe across to get spotted by the Overlord. He's like, oh, look, it's a normal probe. I'm just here to scout. If you're going hatch first or early pool, Risky has no idea. And, I mean, this is one of those ones you spot it so late. I find this so difficult to play against because they're almost always going to get up the robo, get up the shield batteries, and it's just such a nightmare to deal with. I'm going to Risky's camera just to try and catch when he actually realizes what is going on. And he's like, hey, why is that probe over there? Drone comes over. Yeah. He is going to know. The question is, second gas stolen. So Probe doesn't want to deal with a lot of Ravagers. He might just go for a lot of Speedlings to try to bust out of this.
You can go for a lot of Speedlings. I've seen some players try and go for Banelings as well, which I like a lot less. Yeah, I mean, that is a very good point there, is taking that second gas. Normally, the Zerg, when they're up against this, they're like, oh, okay, quickly second gas, let's start that Roach Warren. Of course, he could grab one in the natural instead.
Yeah.
But this is still going to be tough to hold, even if he got the Roach Warren up, and even if he got the, the Lings up with Ling Speed, which he does start, by the way.
I mean, Risky, he's been in these situations a lot of times. He plays on that EU ladder, I'm sure. Players like, Grim Reaper and so on, his fellow UK player have given him a lot of practice with this sort of stuff. And Creep Shimmer does go down there on the high ground. Has real calm. He's even continued droning a little bit, up to 22 drones. Ling Speed on the way. He's pulled off gas fully. Third Queen on the way. Single Spine going to take out the high ground. But the problem, of course, is just the sustained push that's going to come in. Now, it's actually, funnily enough, an observer first. So Probe just wants to get high ground vision to make sure that the Spine and the Queen can't take out the cannon. And then he's going to go into an Immortal right after that. Now, already so many cannons and batteries going down for Probe. And I think realizing he's up against this sort of just hefty mineral-focused response, I think this is the right call. The Immortals actually aren't really a big damage dealer. It's just about having enough cannons and batteries to make sure you survive the Ling Flood. If you can hold on to this position, the Zerg is not droning. Your Observer sees that. You see Zerglings building up. You just need enough firepower to hold on to this proxy.
Well, Probe, I think, is... yes, he is. He's aware of the fact that there is actually a third hatchery for Risky up to the north side as well. So Risky does have a little bit of extra production up north side. He's going to use it to make a Queen first. Not making any Lings or anything out of it at the moment, or droning from it or anything.
29 drones, though. He's going higher, and he's going mass Queen. So Risky's going to play the slow game. He's going to do the delaying tactics. I think Probe thought he was getting busted. But now he sees all these drones. Probe's kind of got to get a move on with this, right? It suddenly finds himself in a situation where it's like, hey, wait a second. Oh, man, I got to build a cannon at home as well. And Risky's saying, okay, you've got the position, but guess what? I've got 3 bases of production. I've got 10 more workers. And technically, if I engage on this, I'm going to get absolutely smashed. But if I buy enough time, maybe I snap that Warp Prism. I'm going to have so many Queens. Maybe I get so many Zerglings, I can just overwhelm it. But the thing is, don't get me wrong, if Risky gets impatient, he will be in trouble. He has to hang on for several more minutes and be very careful about where he commits these Zerglings.
Now, the Zerglings on the other side of the map do get deflected from that one cannon of Probe, taking a fair bit of damage on the gateway. And Probe's going to start pushing forward with the Immortals, being so careful, so slow here. And he's going to get that one Spine Crawler. The Link's coming on back home. Prism is here for the Immortals. Yeah, Risky cannot commit with all the units just yet, I feel. Too many cannons, too many shield batteries.
Yeah, he's going to start to wear down the transfuse energy at the very least. You can't really stand and fight. So good pullback here by Risky. Anytime he does this, he's buying time. He's buying valuable seconds. I mean, look at the supply. It's 80 supply Zerg. And I do think, off this work account, 36 drones. I mean, he's just going to get too many out. If you don't have like a Colossus or something that's actually crazy efficient against the Zerglings, I do actually think this is going to scale. I think Risky here, he's actually hung on enough. And, I mean, the Queens can even drain a lot of this energy from the shield batteries, technically. Now, don't get me wrong, cannons are still amazing, but there's only 5 cannons worth of damage, 2 Immortals, soon to be a 3rd one. I mean, Probe's being super efficient. It's just a matter of will it scale well enough against this many Zerg units.
And here it comes. The Lynx are Risky decide that now is the time. They stream into that SimCity, that dungeon, that gauntlet of PROTOSS static defense, or I guess static offense in this case. Probe's shield battery is holding strong, though. All the Lings are gone. That position on the Immortal, fantastic as well.
Oh my gosh, and he's done it. He does hold on. A great, as you said, a gauntlet of batteries and cannons. And he even was picking up those Immortals and dropping them in the choke points. Problem there, the Zerglings were not able to get the surface area. A great fight for Probe, and he does wear it down. I mean, I thought maybe Risky was going to teach us something about what 100 Zerglings can do, but it turns out a bunch of cannons and shield batteries saying, And, oh, nice little surround there from Risky, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he goes for one last hurrah, but this is just too much PROTOSS, guys.
Oh,
The numbers are not quite
were
there. Oh, yeah, shield
almost
batteries
out
not
of
getting a
energy.
chain.
So he's lost
Could
all of
be
his
more on
energy,
the way,
but
though.
then there's no Zerg units left. Yeah, it's like, he's like, I got rid of the energy. Wait, oh no, I've got nothing to capitalize. And the thing is, if the first break doesn't work, that energy just keeps regenerating. So the PROTOSS is trading just energy for units here. If you don't make a big bit of damage on breaking this with the first attack, you just run out of steam. And even though there's so many queens trying to recycle that energy, a nice sniping build there from Probe comes out. It's a part.